I'm Donald Tallman, the Executive Director at the Colorado Railroad Museum, and we're sitting in Business Car 96. The Colorado Railroad Museum began 59 years ago. It was the dream of two passionate rail fans, Bob Richardson and Cornelius Houck. They started out with a really small collection of rail cars that were going to the scrapyard, and in the 1950s, many of the smaller narrow gauge railroads were going out of business. They wanted to preserve that history. They went to corporate headquarters, asked for stuff, and were given corporate records. So we have this wonderful research library that has records that date back to the 1800s. They also wanted it to be very focused on Colorado and the Rocky Mountain region. Our rail cars either ran through Colorado or within Colorado, and that's really special. We have over 100 rail cars that date back to the 1880s. Our most recent acquisition is a 1980 tunnel motor. It was a specific locomotive that was purchased so it could go through all of the tunnels that we have here in Colorado safely. And it was brought to the museum just a couple of months ago, where it had been in storage at Miller Coors for 8 years. We finally were able to fundraise enough to get it moved onto the property. We're really excited about that. We have those who are passionate about railroads. We've got families, we've got tourists from not only Colorado and the region, but we get a lot of international tourists from Germany and England who are just as passionate about narrow gauge Colorado railroads as many of the rail fans are here. I think what's really exciting is that we provide kind of an immersive experience. If you come on a weekend, you can ride the train. You can ride either the Galloping Goose or behind one of our diesels or in some historic equipment. And it really gives you a sense of what it must have been like. We have a lot of stuff out here, right? We try to tell the stories of the people who rode and worked on the railroad and bring it to life. One of the real challenges is, how do you make this stuff relevant to new audiences? And the way you make it relevant is by, again, telling those stories through exhibits, interpretive panels. We have a cell phone tour. We also have programs designed for both children and adults. Every third Tuesday we have story time, where I actually read storybooks to preschoolers about train travel. Every other month we have Rails and Cocktails. I call it our liquor and lecture series. It gives people an opportunity to have a beer or a glass of wine and learn about some part of Colorado history or Colorado Railroad history. The railroads were such an important part of American history. They were such an important element in the growth of Colorado and the growth of the country. People rode the railroad for adventure, for new beginnings, for a change in their lives. Colorado Railroad Museum brings Colorado Railroad history to life through events, through our exhibits, education programs, and all of the special events that we have during the course of the year.